Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of TerraTech. And on tonight's episode, as you guys can see, I have been messing around in the R&D department on the Hawkeye new corporation faction that we have available to us. Now, I am going to be getting back to the game at some point during this episode, but I wanted to show you guys, some of the stuff you can do with this. Now, is this a refined version of it? Absolutely not. But it did give me a good idea of what it takes to get this thing off of the ground. These blocks are not incredibly heavy, but they're not incredibly light either. They do look really, really cool with the black, but I imagine these blocks will be on the outside of any bots that I make, and on the inside either having, the girders that you can use to connect pieces, whether it's Geocore or the Venture brackets. Those are really, really lightweight. So probably Venture brackets to connect things together on the inside, so it's just like a wire mesh, and then on the outside, these pieces. But you can see I got a whole bunch of fans here. These, rotary fans. They do give you a little bit of lift, not a whole bunch. Where you get the most lift is when you come to these propellers. And as you can see, I have two different size propellers. It actually goes from the large to the medium to large, then to medium again. And they're able to stack on top of each other, I guess, as high as you want. So it could be kind of cool to create a base bot. And that's what I was thinking of, is this would be the center of my bot, and then there would be a whole bunch more to it, but this would be the center of my bot, and I could have entire sections that are nothing but these fans, and then completely and totally cover them up on all sides and above, and they would be really, really well protected, but I could turn them on at any time and they would lift up. And it's pretty cool. As I will go ahead and turn these things on, you will see my bot slowly starts to lift up. He goes straight up. It did take me a little while to get the balancing issues right. I can go a little forward. I can kind of move a little bit to the left and right, but not a whole lot. As you can see, I'm pushing to the right now, and it's barely, if you can even see it, moving in that direction. We are going straight up as high as we can see. In fact, let me go ahead and take a snapshot of this, and we'll call it AAAA, because why not? And then we're going to come crashing down to the ground. I'm going to try to save it at the last minute if we can. Go ahead and slow it. You can see our rate of fall is 60, 40, 42 miles an hour. We're still falling. Come on, get it in there. There we go. Come on, no. Oh, wow. Okay, so it was kind of a hard landing, but we came down in one piece, and that's why I wanted to make sure we had that repairable on there. It doesn't cover everything. This is the Hawkeye repair module, and it's right there in the center, if you guys can see it, right behind my base bot. Let me see if I can get this to be the right angle. There we go. There's the Hawkeye repairable, literally right behind my cab, and it covers enough, but not everything. So when it comes to things like this, might be a good idea to have the Geocore one, so that you can cover the most possible. It doesn't heal really quickly, but then you may not need it to. I did create this bot right here. As you can see, he's just backing up slowly behind me. This one's going forward slowly, so it looks doubly so, but I can't get these things to stop moving. I'm not sure what the issue with it is. I did get this thing to stop firing the booster rocket, but I put some wings on it thinking I could make an airplane out of it or something along those lines. Couldn't get enough speed, so I went ahead and converted it and tried to make it a slash helicopter, and that didn't work too well either. But the wings here are really cool. There's a lot of places where they can snap on, and you can put like weapons down here, machine gun turrets, and all sorts of really, really cool stuff that they got in the game right now. And I even show you, this one does take off. I mean, you can see that it's no longer touching the ground. Even this one in the front is just barely off, but it is off. It just doesn't seem to want to go up any higher than that. I can't change the angle or anything like that. I think it just needs a little bit more speed to get that up in the air, but you know, if you hit the propeller right there, the propeller's not enough to get that up in the air. And then I was thinking, you don't really want a slash helicopter slash airplane. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But I'm thinking doing a helicopter and then doing an airplane would be really, really cool to have the two variations completely separate from each other. And then when I do the giant base bot, I have all sorts of really cool ideas for that. And the fact that these things don't care how high up off the ground they are, as long as they're not being impeded by anything within that square radius. And you can see even the wings or the propellers, they go outside that radius. So I'm not sure what happens if you put blocks within that. It's something we're going to have to test at some point, but I don't want to get that too detailed into it now until we find it in the actual game. So without any further ado, guys, we're going to go ahead and exit out of this. We're going to get into the game. I just kind of wanted to show you some of the stuff that I've been messing around with in there, because there's so many things you can build in there that really make it valuable, really make it worthwhile for you. to kind of mess around with the new corporation that's coming. And for those of you who have played this game a long time, like I have, when you see new things like that, it really just kind of brings out the kid in you. Like you wanna play around with it as much as possible. So let's go ahead and put these here. I think that's going to be a better solution for it. In fact, I'm going to keep one battery charging up fully. What's the quest? We have trading station. So it wants us to go ahead and head over to the trading station and start using. Go ahead and right click on it on any one of these little terminals right here. You'll see there's 4 of them. Ooh, what's going on there? Okay, getting a little bit of lag. Purchase a collector to begin harvesting. So it wants me to go ahead and buy a harvester, or a thimble collector is what they're calling it now, instead of a tractor pad. So let's go ahead and snag one of those. Where do you want this? Well, you can even put it up here on the top. The closer it is to the ground, the less likely it is that you're going to miss anything, but you will need stronger tractor pads to pick things up from further up. Go get some resource chunks. So we need to close this down. Let's go ahead and shut that down right there. And we'll come over here and get some resource chunks, which are right next to us. Now, be very careful. I don't know if it's still in the game this way, but it used to be if you shot these things with your lasers, you would destroy them. That is what the drills are for. They are safe. They destroy the rocks, but they leave the valuable minerals behind, whereas your weapons may not do that. And we'll see if we can destroy one. I really don't want to, because these are kind of valuable pieces, but they can only pick up, I believe, 3 at a time. Yeah, so 3 at a time. We can come back and sell those real quick. It will snag them off of us automatically, so you don't have to drag those over yourself, which is kind of cool. Let's see, can we destroy one of these? We just got to make sure we can hit it, which may be kind of difficult with the weapons we have, and given the terrain that we have in front of us. See, our weapons don't really go in the same direction every single time, so it's hard to aim at them, but I guarantee you that was a thing. Oh, see, there we go. So you can still destroy them. And it may seem like we took a lot of firepower to do so, but as your bot gets bigger and bigger and bigger, yeah, you're already going to have tons and tons of firepower. So that's going to be commonplace. You're going to be destroying stuff all the time. So let's go ahead and charge these up to full. We need to go get our Geocore license. Right here is our next quest, Geocore license, defeat Big Burner. And I think we have a pretty good bot here. We have a lot of weapons on the front. None of them are overlapping each other, so everybody's going to get a shot. Let's go ahead and put on our batteries, and we'll go see if we can find this guy. And I think, man, I want to take this with me. I really do. Do we have enough money? Yeah, let's just go ahead and buy another one, because I really don't want to drop all that stuff on the ground just yet, but I don't want to sell it either. Is it up further, maybe? Here we go. How much are 12? Ooh, that kind of hurts, but we'll get it back. We'll get it back, guys. So let's go ahead and start heading off in that direction if we don't get stuck. Oh, come on. We're gonna have to burn the tree. We're gonna have to destroy a tree just so we can get over it. This little hill is perfectly put in there so that a bot that doesn't have a lot of room to work around and doesn't have that momentum, doesn't have that will base to take advantage of the fact that you are kind of already over encumbered. At least my bot is, and maybe yours will be even more, doubly so. The first time I played this game, there were no quests to do, obviously, but even if there were, I wouldn't have done them. I went off and I was like, no, I'm making a big bot. I'm going to get as big and as many blocks as possible. Oh, there's another enemy. I'm going to destroy him. That's how I was playing it. But, oh my God. Really? Renegade Tech spotted, destroy it. You guys are freaking nuts. Well, let's go after it. What does he have on? Oh, he has some weapons. He has some weapons on him. Let's go ahead and snag this wheel. We'll put it over here on the side. I want to make sure that survives. We're going to go ahead and attack. Oh, there we go. Woo, baby. Already we got a Geocore's license upgrade grade 1. Congratulations, Geocore has upgraded your license to grade 1. The following blocks can now be purchased at the trading station or crafted with the Geocore fabricator. That's something we're going to be doing a lot more of this time around. There are other new blocks to discover out there too. So we get the Geocore cab, we get the Geocore single block, the Geocore wheels, and these are the wheels right over here to the side, which are the rugged ones. We get some lights. Those are okay. They spin around in circles. They have a slightly different color than you might expect. We got the spotlight. We got the drill right here over here on the right-hand side, the Geocore diamond drill. And then we got the plasma cutter. Did we get a plasma cutter? Where's the plasma cutter? I don't see a plasma cutter here. No. Oh, there it is right over there. So we got a plasma cutter, which is, you know, fairly decent. It does a lot of damage, actually. And then we got some armor pieces, which are really, really cool. But we don't have access to buy those. There's only showing you the pieces that we have access to buy. The biggest improvement Long ED is over. The biggest improvement is we got some wheels. We finally got some wheels, guys. So let's go ahead and take off the wheels we have where we're going to put the new ones on. Remember, front and back are the most important pieces. Get those on as soon as possible. Let's see. Well, maybe not as soon as possible, but those are the ones you're going to want to put on first. I hope we have 4. Please give me 4. Come on, put it on there. I guess we could put it on there like that. Is the other wheel getting in the way? I think it might be. We do have one more wheel, so we should be able to do that. Let's go ahead and put those on right there. No, that should be able to go on just fine. I wonder why it wasn't... there we go. We'll put that back down. We're going to need to pick up all of this. We don't have the SCU yet, so the SCU is an amazing piece of technology. Geocore hazard lights over there. It's an amazing piece of technology. What it does is it allows you to store stuff in a void automatically when you put it down. It would just suck everything up. And then you can put that stuff on your bot at leisure whenever you feel like, or you can take it back and sell it. But it goes into like this empty space that you don't have to worry about leaving stuff behind. You just have to spend a couple of seconds to let it charge up. So let me get rid of some of this stuff over here. And by get rid of, I just mean put down on the ground for now until we can find a place to put it. Now, the bigger blocks, the yellow blocks, a lot more powerful, a lot more weight. So make sure you spread that out as much as possible. So we are actually going to rearrange quite a bit here. So I'm going to put my weapons down. This may take a minute, guys, but it's going to be very, very valuable for you to go ahead and start upgrading. And if you don't like rearranging your base pieces or your bot periodically, you're going to have a problem with this game because you're going to do that a lot. And it's pretty fun. So kind of just, take the time and enjoy it, guys. You're going to create some really crazy, outlandish designs just because you have the pieces and it doesn't quite fit in there just right, but that's okay. It doesn't need to. There is no design in here that I've ever seen that anybody has created that is just the end-all be-all design. It is all about what you enjoy and what you want to see your bot be able to do. And hey, it comes down to personality, man. You see some of these bots out there, you're just like, oh my god, really? Like, what do you get out of that? Nothing, but it's cool. It's fun. And like, come on, why can't things like that always be just for fun? And that's what this game really shines on, and I get the most enjoyment out of it just because it does take advantage of things that most other games, they kind of try to do, but they don't ever really super succeed in it. How are we gonna do this? I want to put a 2 block there, but if I remove what's there, I think the whole thing's gonna snap apart. 1, 2. No, I think actually it should be fine. Yeah, that should be fine. So let's go ahead and remove those. We will have to put that shield back on. Actually, I think that's the recharge bubble, so let's put that back. Let's put this here so it kind of matches. We'll go ahead and remove this. Actually, how's the wheel over here? Is that even lined up right? I guess it is. Let's put this back on right there. Wow, it's going to be kind of heavy in the back, so I might actually need to put some of these Geocore or GSO ones down here in the back and move the wheels one more back just to keep that as centered as possible, at least until I can buy some more wheels, and then I can kind of reset where I want things. We'll take these wheels off. What do we want over here? I guess we're going to do GSO ones for now. Just kind of put them there. Do we want to make it even? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and make it even though, yeah, sometimes having it uneven is a really, really good idea. Let's do wheels there. Oh, it's coming together. It's coming together, guys. I like it. Okay, so let's change the direction of these. And for some reason, don't ask me why, I just like having the line up with all the other ones, a little white line right there. You don't have to do it. It's just a matter of preference. It's just, I kind of got used to it like that. So that is how I am going to do it. We're going to put some weapons down here. Now, what weapons do you put in the front? If this is where you're taking the majority of your damage, make sure you put the weapons that are either the strongest in the sense that they can take the hits, or the weapons you don't mind losing, because yeah, they're probably going to get lost at some point or another, because if that's where all the damage is coming in, sometimes your shields and your repair bubble just can't keep up, and if they can't keep up, yeah, you lose things you might not want to. So be very careful about that. Watch and see what the weak sides and what's a weak point on your bot is, and just kind of plan accordingly for that. So how do we do this? We can put this piece right there. Now it's just about fitting as much junk on this thing as possible to get it going. In fact, let me go ahead and put one of these things on there so it can start repairing. It's going to use a lot of that power already. You can see there it is. Now you're doing this at night. Don't bother leaving it on there, because if you do, you're going to be draining your energy and you're not getting anything in return. So let's go ahead and start putting some weapons on this bot. Now the back pieces I like to leave for the weapons that are going to be facing backwards. And if you're not going to put those on there like that, then you're probably going to be a little bit more vulnerable than you really want to be. So let's put a few back there. These, however, do not fire down, so they're almost completely worthless back here. But we're going to take them with us, and we're going to find a use for them somewhere down the road. Now the corner pieces are fantastic places to put weapons that do track, because if they're facing off to the right and they're facing off to the back and they track the enemy, they will be able to hit both sides, the back and the whatever side they're facing. However, if they're ones that just kind of point in one direction, then that's all you're ever going to get out of it. And those, yeah, you might want to stick it someplace else. I don't mean that in any rude way, not like stick it somewhere, but just kind of, what do we got over here? We got the same thing? No, not the same thing. We can use it though. I mean, it's going to be this weirdest, strangest little thing ever. Oh, we got some more weapons here. I almost missed those. Let's put this on there. Man, it's going to be like a building episode. I do apologize. I was not expecting to hit Venture this early on. It's kind of something you don't see too often. We're going to cover the entire back of this in wheels, because why not? I had to pay for some of these wheels earlier, so I want to make sure I can sell them back, make my money. Just make sure they're not touching the ground. Otherwise, these wheels going in different directions will make it very, very difficult. And by very difficult, I mean pretty much impossible for you to get back home. Let's see. Come on. I wish I had the SCU. This would be so much easier. There's so much junk here that, I don't really want to call junk, but it's not something I am going to use anytime soon. So we got that on there. Armor. I don't know if we're going to have enough placement for all this armor. Maybe in the right spots. If I take advantage of cheats. There we go. How about that? We still need places for the batteries. I guess they can go on top. Let's see what else we have over here. Is there another enemy? There is another enemy up there. So let's go ahead and put those weapons there. Oh, we got some spotlights. Let's put those on so you guys can see them. It's kind of an orangish reddish color. And then we have the spotlight, which shines out, and it's actually pointing straight up. So let's put this on the top so you guys can see. You can see just how much light that creates in that direction. In fact, let's turn it a different direction. Oh, wow. Okay, let's do it the other way. Yeah, you can see just how much you're getting out of that. We're not going to keep it there, unfortunately, because I want that space for a weapon. Let's put it there, firing straight ahead. Let's put another weapon on there. We got a couple more. Where can I put them? Yeah, we'll put them there for now. Not going to do jack for me, but at least we have them. I think that's everything, right? Yeah, that's everything except for some of the most valuable pieces. And now I don't know where these are going to go. Maybe up here in the front. Yeah, right there. Well, I'm not even getting everything in the back anymore, so that's unfortunate. How do I put that in there? Right there? What's the other battery at? I don't know. And we're too far away for the battle music, I guess, so we're going to need to get a little closer, and we'll destroy this guy, although there's no way we're picking up any of his pieces. At least not right now, we're not. We'll have to come back. Oh, he broke apart. Little caterpillar dude. Gonna turn into a butterfly, huh? Nope, not this time you're not. Okay, guys. Let's, oh man, I want some of those blocks. But no, let's head back to the terminal. We're gonna sell some of this stuff, and then we're gonna go get the novice harvester or point of interest, cut down trees. So we got a lot of stuff we could be working on, but we're not gonna do any of that just yet. We're gonna keep expanding the size of our bot. We are gonna be concentrating on bases this time around, but it's gonna be a base bot that we concentrate on, and I'm hoping that we can be a little bit more efficient with it. And I did create a really, really good harvester on one of my playthroughs, and it worked beautifully for what it was designed for. I do kind of want to build that again, but different this time, because now we have different blocks that we can mess with. He is attacking my stuff up there, so it is being destroyed right now. You can see it just kind of came back on with power, so it is repairing. If I get there soon enough, we might be able to save it. Maybe not. There we go. You're going down, my friend. And I'm going to get your blocks. Come on, blow up, blow up, blow up. Is he going? Yep, he's going. Nice, nice. Okay, so we got some more stuff here. Oh my god, how much are you going to give me right off the bat, guys? Let's go ahead and sell some of this armor. It's worth a good deal of money, and we're not using that. Let's sell some of these wheels. Now, these things are the small terminals. There are some GeoCore terminals out there that are a lot bigger than this, and they can hold more blocks for each one of them. So we coming over here, we're selling. I think these things can hold maybe 4 or 5 in a pattern, on each one of these sides. Doesn't sound like it's going to be a problem, but later on when you get it where it's actually automated, you come back with like 40 things on your bot, and it pulls them off of you to sell. Having a limit to how many it can hold definitely does become an issue that you're going to need to address at some point. And you can see all the stuff that's just kind of sitting in there waiting to get sold. It's all getting kind of stuck in there. If you find the bigger one, you can sell more stuff over there. So as you get bigger and bigger items, such as the Geocore, which take up a lot of space. They may not be worth a lot. They definitely are. I'm just saying that if they didn't have a huge price on them, they still would take up a lot of space, and you're going to need more room for that. So that's why they give you the other one. Weapons are all good. Let's sell these over here. I am actually thinking about coming out a little bit further than the wheels at the moment. And you don't have to, but the wheels do support a lot of weight when it comes to this class. So we really don't need to worry about becoming too over encumbered. And we are back at the terminal, so we can always buy more if we so choose to. And I think we are going to so choose to buy more. Not sure why I'm referring to it as so choosing, but we are definitely buying more wheels here in just a minute. Let's see if I can get these lines. Yep, there we go. I know it's weird. I don't know why I have to have it just right, but we definitely we have a way of doing things that just seem to work for us. So let's put these down right there. Actually, no. Let's move this up to the top. It's not going to stay there. I don't like having them on the corners if I don't have to, but I want to make sure all these weapons are pointing in the right direction. There we go. One more here. That's good. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. I like it. Let's sell these wills, make a little bit more money, and then we're going to buy the other ones. I want to see how much they are, because every time they come through, they change the price quite a bit. And, it's not a big thing. They're trying to find the right balance for what they have in the game, and it takes a little bit of work to do that, and a little bit of time and effort to make sure they get everything the right way. And then, of course, as they put things in the game, people find like little hacks to kind of backdoor it and make a little bit more money than maybe they should be. But it's part of the game. That's what happens with any game that you're going to find out there. We don't have enough blocks yet, so I am going to put those there. We're going to put this here, and when we go out to get the other blocks, then we can take advantage of the fact that we already have the wheels waiting for us. Will it not go down on the bottom? What's the story there? Oh, it's turned it like sideways or something. Come on, go on there normal. Really? It always does this for some reason. There we go. Let's put that there, and we'll get the other one right there. And we have a couple more weapons. Do we dare take the weapons with us? I think we're going to leave a couple of these weapons here because we already have a ton of them waiting for us on the other side, and we have a ton on our bot at the moment, so we definitely don't have to take everything. We do want to, however, take these shields and these repair bubbles right here, so we're gonna have to attach these straight on. Actually, I'll just sell that. I don't really need it. We can buy another drill if we need to, and we'll sell this other wheel right here. I don't know why I was holding on to that wheel. Some of the strangest stuff my guy was holding on to. And let's go ahead and put that there. Let's go get our other stuff if we can. Let's put that there. We got our radar on. And we're going to go get our other stuff. And while we're out there, not going to be too hard for us to go ahead and harvest a few things. But I think we want to buy a few more of these thimble collectors if we can, and then maybe go off and do a whole bunch of harvesting. Because right now, we're perfect. We're not too big. We're not too small. And we got big wheels. Big wheels are a huge improvement to what we had before. I think it was off in this direction, right? I'm going the right way, right? No, maybe. I don't know. I think it was. I'm hoping they're still there. I think the blocks usually stay there for... Oh, I'm getting a little bit of weird graphics there when I was going over the grass. I'm not sure what that was. It's kind of like it's tearing or leaving these little particles on the monitor. What is that over there on the side? It's almost like a shadow. Like, I don't know if you guys see it right there, or maybe it could just be on my monitor. But that is weird looking. I have to see if that shows up on the recording. I think this is where we killed him, right here. But because he got stuck on this little range. But I guess all the pieces are gone. That sucks. I was really hoping they would be here. I was planning on it actually that they were gonna be here. So what do we got? We got 7,000. Holy crap! We made a lot of money really, really quickly. So let's go back. We're going to get some thimble tractor pads. Actually, no, we're going to attack some people. Hopefully we can get some blocks. We did see there was an enemy over here. Yep, there he is. Crafting gun. He's a crafting gun, guys. Boy, not going to be for long, he ain't. Come on, die. Die, give me your pieces. I want them. Oh, yes. Beautiful, beautiful. That is what I was looking for. Man, we've already drained our shields right there. That is nuts. Okay, let's keep going back. One more. One more than that, actually. Can we put it on there now? Yes, we can. All right, we need to change this up. We need to put some batteries on it. Now, once you get the wireless chargers, you don't have to keep taking your batteries off, and that makes a huge improvement in gameplay and what you're able to do and the design you're able to come up with. So just keep that in mind. It's not always going to be this difficult to recharge up. It's just the early game access to get you. You're paying your dues, basically. You're putting in the effort now so that later on you can take advantage of the fact that you don't always have to go the long way around. So let's go ahead and repair those up, get that all recharged before we wear away any more of our batteries. That's good. All right, how are we going to do this? That is a pretty good, decent size right there. Do we want to do the same thing on this? I guess we could. Might as well. There's no really downside to doing it. So let's go ahead and put the same pieces on. Let's change the. Yep. We're gonna get that little white little Oreo cookie right down the center, and then we're gonna go straight back. And I've done this design on my last gameplay when I was building that base spot. It worked really well, and it gave me a lot of room to work with as far as the base piece goes. So I may end up just loading onto that one at some time in the future, and then going through and somewhat designing that bot again. Maybe just saving the profile and then just buying it straight up, because that would really work well. Let's go ahead and pick these things up. We're going to go ahead and pick up the weapons and turn them the right direction. It takes a little bit of time, but it's going to save you in the end. If you don't have all your bases covered, the enemy somehow knows, man. I'm not saying that they programmed it in there for the enemy to be a jerk, but I think they programmed the enemy to be a jerk. Because it follows your bot and figures out, oh, you don't have any weapons on the back of your bot. I know exactly where I'm going to harass you for the foreseeable future, and your bot's too slow and too big to turn around very well, so get used to it. It's not quite as evil as I make it sound. Pretty close. It has some depth to it. And if they could taunt you, oh my god, that would be amazing. I used to play this game when I was, really young. And I used to play it with my brothers because we didn't have multiplayer games like we do nowadays, in the sense that you can play with people over in Japan or America or Australia all at the exact same time. For us, a multiplayer game was one that you had to be in the same room to play. And I was playing this one game called Outlaws. It was a first-person shooter type game where you're playing a sheriff and his family was murdered by these outlaws, and you're tracking them all down and trying to bring them to justice. And in that one, you could push like the F1, F2, F3 keys, and you could, taunt them and stuff, so they would come after you. And in multiplayer, that was really kind of cool. In single player, not so much, because the enemies really never came after you. They weren't that smart. But in multiplayer, you could taunt the other enemy, and he'd hear you, and the other guy would be taunting you. So you would have some guy holding himself into like a little tiny area with dynamite, just waiting for somebody to come around that corner, throw the dynamite, and you're dead. Another one with a Gatling gun just sitting there waiting, and nobody would ever show up because everybody's found that one spot, and they're all waiting for it. And so, you could use your taunt, and your taunt would give away your location. They could hear where you're at, so they would know, oh, okay, he's over here in this region. Let's go see if we can find him. That could be very, very dangerous for you, but it also brought them to you. And on maps that are really, really big, that is a good thing. You want to kind of shorten that area that they could be hiding in, because there's so many different areas out there that people could be hiding in. So let's go ahead and just buy a whole bunch of these. They're kind of cheap. We can sell them back. I know you lose money when you sell stuff back, but in this game, you get so much money anyways. And for me, a lot of the time, the reason I don't have enough money is I don't stop enough. I don't come over here and do harvesting. And I know a lot of you have said that you really enjoy that, just kind of going off and chopping things down. And that's what we're going to do here for a few minutes, so we can get some resources here and just make a little bit of cash. Also finish up those quests. And the quests are really just kind of designed to teach you how to make money. There's several different ways of doing it, and it's all up to you on which direction you want to go. And I like doing the combat because I've gotten so used to doing it. But yeah, being able to build stuff, especially now that the bases are supposed to be working, that's going to be epic. Oh, there's some stuff over here I didn't see. Let's go ahead and sell the light. We'll sell that light, and we'll put the weapon down right there. My battery's pretty close to being dried up, but that's all right. We don't really need batteries right now. That's going to be, probably a negative at that come the future. I'm going to be like, no, why didn't I take the time? Because we just ran smack dab into like the biggest guy ever. That has happened to me before, but not too often, thankfully. Now, when you're judging which resources to break down, rocks have a lot more hit points, it seems. Not really a big factor later on in the game when you have really good weapons. But yeah, they definitely do take a little bit longer to break through. Trees are the easiest to break through, and they're absolutely the worst to get if you're looking for money. You get like 3 block bucks for every little tiny tree that you have. Of course, you could refine those things into more higher versions of themselves. Even that isn't worth very much. I think it's worth maybe like 6 or something when it's refined. So yeah, don't get trees if you can all at all avoid it. They're everywhere though, so you're probably going to get a good mix of them. But if you're looking for high-paying prices on resources, the blue ones, not these green ones I have, but the blue ones that you get out in the salt flats, those are like some of the highest, I think, in the game. The greens are really, really good as well. But since we're doing so many different quests here, such as, they want us to actually cut some trees down, they didn't say actually pick up the resources. They just want us to cut the trees down. That's why I'm not picking that stuff up. And I'm trying to get the stuff that I'm going to make the most money on while I'm doing the quest. Oh, yeah, of course. Of course there is, because I knew it was coming. I knew we didn't plan ahead. And let's go ahead and put our batteries down right here. And I think, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. On the next episode, we are going to finish off this guy in front of us. We're going to go ahead and get some more resources. Each one of these things only hold 3, so we're not too far away from having to go back and sell. But we're going to make some money off of that. I'm going to show you just how much we can make out of that. Also, guys, I wanted to let you guys know that we will be doing more of the Hawkeye stuff as soon as we can get it. I guarantee you that is going to be a large focus of this playthrough as soon as we capable of doing that, but we have to find it first, and we haven't found it yet. So if you know where it's coming, if you know where it is in the game, let me know. Of course, I do shoot these videos a couple of days ahead of time when I have time. Sometimes you will see there's a little gap in the week where I weren't able to put out videos, and that's just because I got busy and I wasn't able to do it with work and everything else. So I try to get as many of these done as possible during the week when I have time. So if you do leave comments and you'll see in the next video I didn't pay attention to it, it's just because I shot that video the same day. I do love hearing back, and the ideas that you guys come up with are amazing. So keep them coming, guys. As always, I'm AC Gamer, and I definitely will catch you next time. Hey guys, and welcome to the disembodied voice of AC Gamer. We are definitely going to be doing a lot more series in the future, but here are a few of them that you guys might find interesting. Of course, you're more than welcome to check them out. I would love to hear your comments. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. It's definitely the indicator that I use to tell if you guys want to see more videos like that, of that particular game style, of that series in the long run. So when you guys leave comments down, it helps me decide whether we should keep doing it, as well as whether you want to see games like that in the future. And here are a few of them right here. I kind of picked out a few of different genres. We will be doing spotlights for other YouTubers in the future. So if you want to get a little shout out, definitely let me know. If you group with me, chances are you will get a shout out in here eventually. But for now, these are just 4 series that I have that I feel like could use a little bit more attention, and that you guys might actually enjoy as well. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we will definitely catch you all next time.